Welcome to the Intuitive Therapist Podcast with Janis R. Cohen, therapist, clairvoyant, empath, and medium. Listen in as she takes a no-nonsense deep dive into real human struggles and how to resolve them. Janis will share channeled information from her spirit guide team, as well as the angels and archangels, to help you master your emotional, physical, financial, and spiritual destiny. And now, Janis R. Cohen.
Hey y'all, this is Janis Cohen, the Intuitive Therapist here on the Intuitive Therapist Podcast. I don't know about you, but lately, I think more often than not, I've been thinking about how much how much of life is temporary. There's something to be said for impermanence. It exists everywhere. Things begin and end and then begin again. The same thing goes for the challenges we have in our life. It's hard sometimes to fathom that the pain or strife that you have has an expiration date, but it can, and it does expire. The decision about how long you struggle and suffer has absolutely nothing to do with any other person or circumstance outside of you. Rather, you know what I'm about to say, how long the storm lasts comes down to how long you allow it to last. There are experiences in life where time really does take care of healing wounds, like when you're grief-stricken after having lost a loved one, or you're moving through a romantic breakup or healing from surgery. Time has a miraculous way of lessening the pain over time, and again, that timeline can be lengthened or shortened, depending on how much you invest in feeling the pain. Time is amazing that way. Some storms, though, are meant to have a longer lifespan, and in my opinion, about the lengthy stay is that it just takes a longer time to drive home a lesson that you're supposed to learn, so that when you come out on the other side of it, the lesson will be tattooed on your heart and mind, and you'll never repeat the mistake again. It is a soul's rite of passage, if you will. Everything in life changes. We know that. No matter how you try to maintain homeostasis, you can't. You can't influence what's outside of you. You may wear the same clothes every day, day in, day out, but sooner or later, guess what? The new season arrives, and somewhere down the road, you're going to have to walk down the hall, go into that other closet, and start picking from the other wardrobe. Storms are meant to make you stronger, not kill you. You're being set up to succeed when storms come about. There's no other reason for your world to go into upheaval other than you are to evolve from point A to point B, and maybe even further down the alphabet than that. Storms matter. They have substance, lessons, reminders, rewards. How do you regard your storms? Maya Angelou is the one who said that every storm runs out of rain, and she's right. The tornado, the destruction, and the flooding of the storm, just as a literal situation, your personal storm moves on, leaving in its wake the proverbial mess that you now have to clean up. Storms call for you to restructure yourself, to establish new boundaries, to create new pathways, and to end old patterns, habits, and behaviors. However harsh and destructive your personal storms have been, they are never without a purpose. Your job, as you clean up the fallen debris, is to find what the purpose is. Sometimes the purpose is self-evident, and very quickly, you reap the rewards immediately. Just like when your hand touches a hot stove, you yank it back because you felt the pain, and from then on, you make damn sure you don't do that again, because the heat that rose from the mistake of doing that the first time is way too fresh and memorable. That storm's purpose stuck immediately. Other storms take time to sift through, may take you months or even years to come upon the epiphany of why the storm came. But if you wait for the aha, you'll have it, and often at the most unexpected but best time. That relationship that broke your heart and you had no idea why it didn't work out, well, that new person you just met, That's why. That job you really wanted, the one that would offer you financial reprieve and a leg up in your profession that fell through, well, look at your life right now. What are you doing differently that you wouldn't have done had you gotten that job? Maybe you started your own business more out of necessity and created a whole new way of life that impacted the world more intensely and massively than you could have ever done working for somebody else. You see, we never know why the storm comes until later on, but you will always have them. I think that's the universe's way of keeping you on your toes. I have to say that the universe doesn't really like complacency. It's always got to shake shit up, and we reap the rewards of its impatience and boredom. That I believe. So just know that whatever storms you're going through, whatever hardships you're facing, they do have an end date. You may not see it, but from my vantage point and yours, if you look at how your life has played out in the past, you have always seen the end of a storm. They are always ending. I hope that if you are experiencing a storm in your life right now, that you remember to take cover for as long as you need until the storm passes. Then come out of your shelter, brush yourself off, and start sweeping up the debris, or grab that shovel and trash can, because you have what it takes to do that really well, to clean things up. And if you need some help to reorganize things after your storm, lean on your community, your friends, your family that you have, or somebody you trust that can help you, even a stranger. God gives us people, and that is why God is good. Even though storms come and turn your life upside down, the universe will always give you ways to grow from it, if you choose to. So keep your eyes out for the cues. Keep your awareness on high. They are all there, just waiting to be uncovered, just underneath the rubble. I wish you a blessed day, a wonderful week, and if you are going through a storm, I send you lots of love, and I'm here for you. I have faith in you. I believe in you, and always live intuitively.
Thanks for listening to The Intuitive Therapist. If you like what you heard, the best compliment you can give us is to share this podcast with a friend, and be sure to give us some stars and a favorable review at Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen in.